what's up, guys? Mr. Ipock here with a homework help video on lesson 8.3 homework, solving systems by elimination. Okay? Alright, let's start with problem number 1 on this. So your very first step of solving a system by elimination is to just simply draw a line. Okay? Draw a line, because basically we're going to work these problems vertically now. So after you draw your line, your next step is to determine which variable you're going to eliminate. For this one, we're going to eliminate x. So how you determine that is just basically look which variable has the same coefficient. So x actually has 2's as their coefficient, so we're going to be able to eliminate that. So after you determine you're going to eliminate the x, because the coefficients are the same, you will then ask yourself, am I going to add or subtract this whole thing in order to eliminate the x's? Well, you do that by looking at the signs. Notice the signs here are different. When signs are different, you are going to add. When signs are the same, you are going to subtract. So with the signs right here being different, you're going to add this problem. Okay? Now watch. Negative 2x plus 2x is actually 0, so it cancels. Then you have negative 5 plus, that's a 1y. Negative 5 plus 1 would be negative 4y. And that equals negative 27 minus 1 would be negative 28. I divide both sides by negative 4. And I'm going to get y is equal to positive 7. Now, I actually have one of my answers. So your answer is always in x comma y coordinate, so I got 7. Now to find the x, I'm going to have to substitute into one of these. So I'm just going to rewrite the second one right here. It actually doesn't matter which one you can pick. You can put it in either one. So now I'm going to take 7, and I'm going to snake it up here to this y, put it there, and now I'm left with this. 2x, watch, the y comes out, and you just put 7 right in there, equals negative 1. From there, we're going to do variables and constants. Equal sign. 2x is a variable, drop it. 7 is a constant, move it over, change the sign, and then negative 1 is a constant, drop it. From there, we have 2x equals negative 7 minus 1 is negative 8. Divide both sides by 2, and you get x is equal to negative 4. So my answer for this system is negative 4, comma 7. Okay? Let's look at number 3. So there's number 1. If you need to pause it, go ahead. Look at number 3. X plus y equals negative 10, and 6x plus y equals negative 10. So here, first step, draw that line. So we're going to draw the line. We're going to ask ourselves, what variable are we going to eliminate? Well, the y's have the same coefficient of 1, so we're going to eliminate here. So now go back up to the top and think about what we said. The signs here are the same, so when they're the same, we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract this whole problem. Alright? So here we go. We have 1x minus 6x. Well, 1 minus 6 is negative 5x. The y's, y minus y, just cancels, and that equals, now this is probably what you'd want to write out. So just come over here to the side and say negative 10, this negative 10, minus that negative 10. So negative 10 minus negative 10. Well, those two minuses become positive, so plus plus. So what's negative 10 plus 10? That would be 0. Okay? Still, follow your steps. Divide. It's a one-step equation, 6th grade equation. Divide both sides by negative 5. X equals 0. So we actually have half of our answer. X is 0. Now we just got to go find what y is. Okay? So now we got x is 0. We're just going to substitute that into one of the other equations. I'm just going to go with the top one. X plus y equals negative 10. So when we substitute that 0 into this right here, we are going to get 0 plus y equals negative 10. So the 0 will just basically fall off. Y equals negative 10. And this would be my final answer. Let's look at one more. I'm going to look at 5. So looking at 5, I'm going to have to determine which, or first step, draw your line, then determine which variable you're going to eliminate. Well, that's going to be the one with the same coefficient, so that would be your y's, okay? So the y's that we're going to eliminate, well, they're the same sign, so look up here at the top, and that means we're going to subtract them. Alright, so now we start. Negative 2 minus 5x would be negative 7x. Now watch, negative 3 minus negative 3, if I move this up here, negative 3y minus negative 3y, that's a plus plus, so negative 3y plus 3 is 0, so it cancels, equals 0 minus 21 would be negative 21. Divide both sides by negative 7, and you're going to get x is equal to positive 3 because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Now pick one of the equations and put it back into. I'm just going to use the top one, negative 2x minus 3y equals 0. So I'm going to take what we just found x to be, and we're going to substitute it right there. So again, that comes out negative 2. In goes the 3, so put it in parentheses because it's being multiplied by 2. And then we have minus 3y equals 0. Well, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Minus 3y equals 0. From there, we're going to do variables and constants. Variables, constants, equal sign. Negative 6 is a constant, so move it over, change the sign. Negative 3y is a variable, so drop it. And then obviously 0 is a constant. From there, it's a one-step equation, so just divide both sides by negative 3. Y equals negative 2. So my final answer, x is 3, y is negative 2. Box in my answer. And that completes this homework up video for lesson 8.3. If you have any questions, feel free to see me in the morning. Thanks so much and have a good evening.